You ever see something so wrong, you feel in your chest before your brain catches up? It happened on a quiet Tuesday in Westfield, Georgia. The sun was shining. Kids were walking home from school. Everything felt normal. Then a black SUV pulled into a small-town coffee shop parking lot. Nothing unusual until the driver stepped out. Tall, broad shoulders, sharp gray suit, calm eyes like he'd seen things most people couldn't imagine. His name? Nathaniel Briggs. To folks nearby, he looked like a businessman or maybe someone's uncle visiting town. What they didn't know was this man had commanded troops in Iraq, sat in war rooms with presidents, and held one of the highest ranks in the entire U.S. Army, Four-Star General. But today, General Briggs wasn't here to fight a war. He was just picking up coffee for his mama. He smiled as he stepped into the cafe. 5 minutes later, he walked out with a tray of drinks. One for himself, one sweet tea for her. That's when the red and blue lights flashed behind him. Whoop whoop. A local cop car rolled in fast. A white officer stepped out, hand already on his belt like he was ready for trouble. His name? Officer Clint Maddox, known around town for watching the wrong people, especially black folks. Briggs didn't flinch. He placed the tray on the car roof and rolled down his window. "Good afternoon, officer. Is there a problem?" Maddox didn't answer with a greeting. "License. Registration. Step out of the vehicle." Briggs blinked. "May I ask what this is about?" "You match a description," Maddox barked. "Dark SUV. Black male. Possible stolen vehicle." It didn't matter that the registration matched, that his ID was real, that he was calm, respectful, and clearly didn't fit any real threat. To Maddox, he saw one thing, a black man in a nice car. And just like that, cuffs came out. The crowd gathered. Phones came up. General Briggs, the man who led soldiers in a battle, was being shoved onto the hood like a common criminal. But here's the twist Maddox didn't see coming. The general wasn't alone, and the next phone call would change everything. The inside of the squad car was quiet, too quiet. General Briggs sat still, wrists aching, but face calm. He wasn't angry. He wasn't scared. He was focused, like a man waiting for a storm to land where it belonged. Meanwhile, Officer Maddox paced outside like he had just caught a criminal mastermind. He had no idea what was coming. Then, BZZZ, BZZZ. A strange phone buzzed inside the general's SUV. Not a regular phone, not a personal cell. This was military grade, encrypted, private, and directly connected to the Pentagon. Maddox, curious and annoyed, reached inside and picked it up without thinking. "Hello," he said, cocky. The voice on the other end? Cold, sharp, dead serious. "This is Major General Julia Keene. Who are you, and why are you answering General Briggs' secure line?" Maddox swallowed hard. Officer Maddox, Westfield PD. I've got a man in custody." "You mean you've got General Nathaniel Briggs in custody?" She cut in. Maddox blinked. I didn't know who—" Click. She hung up. 10 minutes later, 3 black government SUVs tore through the street, tires screeching. Suits jumped out. Earpieces in. Badges out. Department of Defense. Internal Ops. The town watched, mouths wide open. And Officer Maddox? His face turned ghost white. One agent stormed toward him. "Where is General Briggs?" "In the car," Maddox muttered. "Unlock it. Now." Click. Door opened. Briggs stepped out slow, tall, proud, like a king walking back to his throne. "Sir, are you all right?" one agent asked. "I'm fine," Briggs said. "But I believe Officer Maddox has a few things to learn." And right there, in front of the people Maddox thought would cheer for him, he got cuffed himself. Just like that. Instant karma. The news spread like wildfire. Cop arrests U.S. Army general. Gets taken by feds on the spot. By sunset, the whole town had seen the video. Across the state, phones lit up. On social media, the clip went viral faster than anyone expected. At the police station, Maddox sat in a cold room, hands shaking. He wasn't answering questions now. He was asking them, "Is this going to the news? Will I lose my job?" But it was too late. He didn't just detain a black man. He didn't just arrest someone without cause. He humiliated a national hero, and now the whole country knew. Meanwhile, General Briggs didn't stay quiet. That night, dressed in full military uniform, He walked into the local college auditorium for a speech he'd already planned. The crowd stood before he even said a word. When he took the stage, every eye was on him, and every camera was rolling. I wasn't going to mention what happened earlier, he began, but I believe silence allows injustice to grow. He told the story, every word, not with anger, but with truth. And when he finished, the room exploded in applause. Not just because he was a general, but because he spoke for every person who's ever been judged by their skin before their story. As for Maddox, he was fired, banned from ever working in law enforcement again, and quietly escorted out of the town he once thought he controlled. In Westfield, they learned something big that day. Real power doesn't need a shout. It walks calm. It stands tall. And when karma hits, it hits loud.